everyone, it's Virginia again, and today I'm going to be talking about how I'm studying in Korea for free. So I'm going to be getting my master's degree from Korea University through the Media and Communications Department. And the program that I will be getting my degree through is called GKS, Global Korea Scholarship. It used to be called KGSP, but they changed the name a couple years ago. So if you want to look up more information online, sometimes it's called KGSP. So I found out about this program through some Facebook groups and like YouTube videos. So I just wanted to make my own video to kind of explain my experience getting this program, because I know when I was trying to find out more information about it, I tried to watch as many videos as possible and be as prepared as possible. So I just want to help any of you guys who are interested in applying for the same program. So basically, GKS is a program funded by the Korean government, and they choose the best students from each country to come and study in Korea for free. So the main thing is they cover all of your tuition. So they'll cover your tuition for your master's degree or PhD. They also have an undergraduate program, but I'm just going to be talking about the graduate program this time. So in addition to paying for the tuition, they also provide airfare if you're coming in from a different country. I think most people do that. They give you a living stipend each month. This amount varies depending on whether you're doing the Korean language year or your program, and also you can get extra money if you have a valid Topic 5 or 6 score. So highly recommend taking Topic if you are able to. Yeah, so for me, I've been living in Korea for 5 years, teaching English, and it was fine, but I decided I want to pursue my passion, and my passion is media, specifically Korean media. So I decided, what better way to study Korean media than at a university in Korea. So I was looking up different kind of like scholarship programs and everything, and so I stumbled upon GKS, and it's so competitive, so I thought there was like no chance that I would ever get it, but I applied, why not? And so since I applied from Korea, it was a little bit more difficult. My parents helped me out a lot with the documents, because you have to mail all of the documents to the embassy in your home country. For me, that's America. So my parents helped me out a lot with getting documents ready. I also used some online resources like Monument Visa was very helpful for getting my some documents apostilled that I had with me in Korea. And so I did that. I also had a Topic 5 score. So if you have a Topic score, it can be very helpful for your application, just based on what I've heard. Especially these days, Korea is getting really popular, so the competition is going to be really intense, I think more than in the past. So having something like a Topic score or some sort of like Korean proficiency or anything related to Korea will definitely help your application, just from what I've heard and my personal experience. I also I have the F2 visa, so I have a residence visa in Korea, and in order to get that, I had to take a program called KIIP, which is like the social integration program through Korea, through the government also. So I think those were some things that made my application particularly strong. So for me, I applied through the embassy track. GKS has 2 tracks, embassy track and university track. If you do the embassy track, you're going to first apply through the embassy in your home country. So this doesn't matter where you're living right now. So for example, if you're from America and you're living in like Germany, you don't apply through the German embassy, you apply through the US embassy. So it's very important. And then your embassy will interview candidates and select a certain number to send to NIIED. And NIIED is who GKS is run through. So they're going to be screening your documents to make sure everything adds up properly like that. And then after NIID approves your documents, they will send everything to your 3 universities that you chose. You have to choose 3 universities, 2 type A and 1 type B university. So type A are usually in Seoul or like Busan, more of the like well-known schools. And then type B are the like regional schools, so more in like the countryside like that. Okay, and then university track, you would choose 1 university. So you can only choose 1 if you wanted to university track. You would apply to them first, then they will select their quota of candidates and send those ones on to the embassy. And so each country is allotted a certain quota for university track and embassy track applicants. For America, I think the quota was like 15 or something like that. So, yes. So for the embassy track, I'm gonna just be telling you guys about my experience. Maybe it will help you guys out. Honestly, like, I didn't know if I was going to get this program or not because it's so competitive. So when I applied, I was thinking, maybe there's like a 50-50 chance I'll get it. So I also applied directly through Korea University. That's the university that I really wanted to go to. They were my first choice. So I applied directly to them online, just as a backup in case I didn't get GKS. Later on, this became a little bit confusing, but I'll explain that later. So I applied through the American Embassy, and then I was contacted for interview. So I had the interview, and the questions were honestly like not that difficult, I thought. I think I was prepared pretty well. You can watch some other YouTube videos, but a lot of people have put up what kind of questions they were asked during their interview. So if you guys are interested, you could leave a comment. Maybe I'll make another video about like the interview specifically. But for me, the interview was pretty straightforward, just asking questions about my experience, specifically like living in Korea. Why did I like Korea? Why did I want to do this program? Actually, they didn't ask me many questions about the program, which was interesting. I was kind of glad about that because honestly, I'm studying a different major this time in my master's degree. My bachelor's degree was in Chinese language and East Asian studies with a focus in Korea. This time I'm going to be studying media and communication, so it's quite different, and I was a little bit nervous about how to explain the connection between the two. So I guess I just got really lucky with that one. I actually had COVID-19 when I had my interview, so I don't know, maybe the interviewer just had some sympathy for me or something, I don't even know. But anyways, I made it through the interview. I was so excited. And then we had to wait for NIIED to screen the documents. They said everything was okay. So then we had to wait to hear back from the universities. I applied to 3 universities, of course. Okay, so my first choice was Korea University, second choice was Jungong University, and third choice was Pukyong University, which is like near Busan. So the only one that contacted me for interview was Jungong University, and to be honest, I really didn't research well enough about this university because I kind of made up my mind that I only wanted to go to Korea University because they had some English classes offered in that program, and I thought it would be like too stressful for me if they had only Korean classes, so that's why I chose that one. So I was waiting, but I did the interview for Jungong University. It was all in Korean, so be prepared. Maybe the interview will be all in Korean. That was very stressful, and then since I hadn't researched very well, it turned out that none of the professors were interested in my area of research, so I would say the interview didn't really go that well. The other 2 universities never contacted me for an interview, they just screened the documents. So I ended up getting accepted to 2 out of the 3. So Jungong University, the interview one, I did not get in. I don't even blame them for that because my interview was really terrible. I wouldn't even let myself in. I got into the other 2, and so I was so happy that I got into Korea University. It was the one that I really wanted to go to, as you guys know. And it was actually the week before my wedding, so I was already stressed about the wedding. I was stressed about grad school, so once I got in, I just felt like so happy, like I almost cried. I was so happy. It was just such a relief to know that everything was taken care of. Everything was final, So that was kind of the process for me. many of the GKS scholars start out their first year at a Korean language program, and this can be in a university anywhere around the country. But if you applied with a topic 5 or 6, then you don't have to take that. So since I had topic 5, I'm skipping the Korean language year and just going straight to the degree program. So my GKS program will just be 2 years. If you were going to the Korean language year, it would be 3 years instead for master's. So I'm a little bit nervous to be starting because some of the classes are going to be in Korean, and like, you know, I've never studied this topic before, even in English. So we'll just see how it goes. I guess I'll like keep making videos while I'm studying and let you guys know how everything is going. But hopefully it will be okay. I took this month off of work to study Korean. I bought one of the books, like the textbooks for one of my classes, so I'm going to be studying that to prepare for the program. But yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just so thankful for this opportunity. I know that it's really rare to receive this scholarship, so I feel really grateful and like thankful to everyone through the selection process that they believed in me. And yeah, so I'm really excited to start studying at Korea University through GK. If any of you guys have any questions about this GKS program or anything like that, just let me know in the comments, and if I get a lot of responses, maybe I'll make some more videos about GKS. So just let me know, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye!